Control. This is a game by Remedy Entertainment, the guys behind Max Payne, and more recently Quantum Break. And this is an interesting looking game. I don't know very much about it. All I saw was a couple of trailers at the most, and an inkling of story. When I say an inkling, I mean, like, again, from the trailer. So I'm going to very quickly send this link around, because I really want people to see this, because first time, I'm actually very excited. This is one of my most anticipated games this year, believe it or not. And I'm looking forward to seeing how all of that plays out. I just need to think of who would be interested from Facebook to share, and then post it to you, post it to you. Maybe he'll be interested in it. Why am I not? Whatever. Anybody else? Maybe I'll try and get my brother involved. There we go. Okay, so I got as many people as I could think of linked, involved, and ready to watch and ready to play Control. This is going to be interesting. First, let's take a look at options. Show tutorial boxes, yes. Vibration strength, okay. Controller aim assist, right, this is a third-person shooter, I'd be okay with that. Aim stickiness. Okay. Inverts to the right, left, right, no. Vertical aim, I don't think I need that. When enabled, the shield ability is activated and deactivated by tapping. When disabled, must be held. I think I'll do hold. Swap left and right stick so that the left stick adjusts camera, right stick moves the character. That's a first. And then restore defaults. Controls! Jump with the X button, sprint with L3, shoot with R2, aim with L2, triangle melee, use C switch weapon, square, L1 for shield, I assume when we get it, launch for R1, evade, toggle map on, toggle side, audio effects are good, mute copyrighted music. So that is... Remedy Entertainment's thinking ahead with this one. I like that. So what this just means is that any copyrighted music will not be allowed, will not play, obviously, is what it seems to be. So that's a really good feature for streamers and YouTubers who don't want to get hit with copyright strikes. They're thinking ahead. Holy cow. Remedy Entertainment is on fire. Maybe, hopefully more games do that. So, let's make it 66. Interface. Subtitles for those who are hard of hearing. I think we'll do normal subtitle background, though. Speaking name and subtitles. Enable disable translated text for signs in the world. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that's, oh my, here we go. Oh. Here's some options I could have altered beforehand. Here we go. Standing still is not advisable. Okay. Taking something out of Doom's playbook. That's good to know. By the way, just so anybody knows, there's a good chance that your comments and what you see are going to be out of sync. So I'll be seeing stuff live, and you guys will be about 15 seconds behind. So, so.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed.
Whoa.
But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger.
This is weird.
There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw.
That must be our pro tag.
I'm here.
Hello, Jesse.
Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Okay. What's this? Uh-oh. Is this the stuff that I pre-ordered beforehand? Because I pre-ordered the game, so I must have gotten stuff by mistake. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils. That seems really weird. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept, i.e. rubber ducks, ketchup bottles. All material under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify supervisor immediately. Hold on. Wait. What kind of incidents involved rubber ducks, ketchup bottles, pencils, and smartphones? I don't know what kind of party they're at. Freaky shit. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches. What the? Does the door just open on its own if I get too close? Cool shit. If I can sprint forever. You think think I can. Bathroom. Bathroom. Aim. Just want to see what all my buttons do. I don't have much, but it looks like I found my map button. That's pretty cool. Director Zachariah Trench and our bureau at work. I don't know if that's the kind of picture I would put on the wall. And head of research, Dr. Casper Darling. White as a ghost, at least in uniform.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Do I have a crouch button? Security order. Attention all blank. Big blank. A shark in his blank. Although secure blank. Permission to blank. Following basic protocol. Blank. Shoot to kill blank. Good luck. That is some freaky stuff. Like, somehow that document told me nothing. Also, I love, like, the smart terrain. Like, that's supposed to be for stairs, but she just hops on the table. No big deal. Bounce. I wonder if there's anything else in here. It's pretty dark, though. Powder, fire extinguishers. Oh, more stuff. R4 reports. To executive sector staff from admin. Subject. R4 reports due soon. I know the text is pretty small, so I'm going to read it out to those of you in the audience so that you can understand what I'm saying, or what is being said. Federal Bureau of Control. Hello. As you should all know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting for them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request form R4.E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirtland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. Now, I haven't the foggiest clue what the hell an R4 is, but... the hell was that?
Hello?
Oh, it's a jerk.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahta, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, either you are relevant. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna.
Okay, that made...
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Night shift loner jobs. Actually, that's not too far from what I used to do when I worked liquor, except it was evening to 11 p.m. close. I like her hair. This is director Zachariah again. Forgive me for, exploring. Proceed deeper into the bureau. Well, that's about where we're gonna go next. But I get a sneaking suspicion I'm missing something.
I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Research and records. Okay. Welcome to the oldest house. Jesse Faden arrives at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, to look for answers to the mysteries of her childhood. So that's the name of our character here, Jesse Faden. Bureau expenditures. Major. This is from the FBC Accounting Department by order of Dr. Zachariah Trench. Director, not doctor. This is an expenditure summary for the executive sector, Q2. The major stuff is staffing, surveillance, unknown, data center initiative, construction, and 2 more unknowns, with a few minor things in office equipment, janitorial costs, an unknown, mold removal, and HQ livability costs. There's a cost breakdown sheet, seeing page 5 for 5-year comparison chart, see page 9, but I don't have either of those yet. It's certainly something to keep an eye out for. I don't think I'm missing anything down here, but I'm going to take a look anyhow. Better safe than sorry, after all. Yeah, see, I don't think I even checked out this office here. What do I got? Visitor evaluations. Federal Bureau of Control. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure, says the place that blanks out like half of their documents. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem blank, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If anybody knows that that's a real psychological assessment, let me know. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. These guys are certainly spooky, to say the very least. Do I have water? Yes! Okay, so I got my water handy. Obviously I can't leave, but it seems like we're in New York City. Okay, back up the stairs we go. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. I could turn on a dime, but I can't quite when I'm sprinting.
The cell. And the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
I don't think I have a choice. Starring Courtney Hope as Jessie. The producer, Giovanni. So we get our opening credits. Some freaky imagery. David Izzo. Ooh. What's with the... Oh! Floating and distorting. Definitely not normal. Story by Sam Lake. Directed by Mikhail Kasumi. Welcome to Control. Oh boy.
Did I lose you there for a moment?
Yeah.
You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
17 years. That means she must be at the youngest. She must be like 28. Or is it, would that be the oldest? I don't know. She's probably late 20s for sure.
Starting from the top.
Okay. Don't be too stubborn. Look around and see if you can't find anything. Approved terminology reminder. Federal Bureau of Control, reminder regarding drafting any public-facing material. When penning any notifications of death relating to the Willow Awe, or AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines, word/phrase to use. In the service of his or her country, regret, proud/pride, will be remembered. Words and phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood or bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Here's the noise. Must be coming from over here. Excuse me, guys, for just 1 minute. Please. I think a friend of mine needs a hand with something. I shouldn't be more than a couple of minutes. I apologize for the bit of the pause in the stream. I'm trying to help a friend out with something at the current moment. But I think I've got it sorted out to the best of my ability. So, gotta close, roll back, get comfy, because we're gonna be here for a while. So, freaky government facility, check. Looking for lost younger brother, check. Rooms that look the same, check. There's something here. Trench, do not disturb. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Trench. So the director seeks to not be disturbed. The hell was that? Office of the Director.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Well, he did.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
What the fuck? What the hell? Okay. I'm gonna need a minute to process just what the hell just happened. All right then. Maybe half an hour at the most. This prison you occupy. What the hell? Ah. Okay, figured out jumping. Climbs. What the? I got freaky telekinetic powers.
The same gun.
Choose to beach. That's a big honking gun.
Okay, now I have a gun.
Oh, the gun like digitally forms. This is cool. I like this weapon. And then it recharges, it doesn't reload. Regenerates ammo automatically when not in use. That is sick. Okay. Downrange. Go away. Go away. Okay. Need to get high. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. You wield the gun, we wield you.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
Well, I wouldn't think so. Still have my freaky telekinetic powers, though. Okay. I can crouch now. 1 second. Just gonna pause this for a minute and make somebody in the chat an admin. Settings. Just gonna pause this for a minute and make somebody in the chat an admin. Oh! The link is like 10 seconds. So it's closer than I thought. Freaky echoes and shit? Okay. Looks like I got somebody watching. Uh-oh. I don't want to learn more about my privacy things. Top chat, live chat. Just a few minutes. She kind of looks like me. Somebody got sworn into metal. Blood all over the wall. Gun's freaky though. I like it. Zechariah has a certificate. Guessing that's him with a president or presidential figure. Whoa! That's not normal. That certainly wasn't.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Whoa! Live action!
You can't let this happen. 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 You can't let this happen.
That one reviewer chick. Hello!
You. Thank you. That was. Horror.
Bit.
Get the fuck away!
Grip is reliable. A semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short and long range. Ooh! One of the free mods. Astral reload recovery. Done. Personal mods. Astral health boost. Done. I get new stuff. Research and records. Hiss! Research. Hello. Indeed. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it is obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge of their use of their weapons. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Case files! The service weapon, also known as OOP-1-KE. No unique procedures required for containment procedure, destruction, para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank, probably director of the Bureau. The object will determine whether blank, probably whoever is worthy to wield it. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. The process is dictated by the blank, though the criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis is blankety blank, many forms throughout history. Blankety 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 blank, blankety blankety blank, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varanastra, all weapons that blankety blankety blank of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blankety blank. See Dr. Darling, presentation 11.1 for more details. So, does that mean that this gun was once fucking Mjolnir and Excalibur? Questions.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
Is freaky about this game?
Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Freaky stuff. So, that's crazy. The gun, I assume, kills you if you're not worthy. And I'm just thinking here. Thinking about what we've seen so far in the past 45 minutes. So we know extra-dimensional shit. The fuck was that noise? Oh, this game's not making me hallucinate. We also know it's called the Hiss. We know the gun apparently has quite the history. And there's something else.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well.
Shit. I had a thought. Completely escaped me, though. Well. Health elements when damaged. Undefined reading. You do not have a clearance level. House memory. So I assume... Well, it was worth a shot. But actually, maybe I can... Yeet! No. Okay, so what do we know about our redhead, Jessie Feldman? I think is her name. I only know her first name is... Whoa, Jessie. I didn't shut it up. TVs are immune to bullets, apparently. No, they're not. So where am I going? To Executive Affairs.
The hotline. Secure line of communication.
That's what it was! Shit, alright. The live action stuff. So Control is taking some cues from Quantum Break in that it's doing full motion, actual cutscene, like actual live action footage in conjunction with the game. They did this in Quantum Break because Quantum Break had a TV show as well. And there's also the interactive thriller Erica, which is all live action, and you get to pick the choices Telltale style. Or I guess ex-Telltale style, since Telltale is dead. But whoa, alright. They're not playing around.
Guidance. Reach the hotline.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be me. Except...
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. That takes care of you. That takes care of you. Ow! That hurt. Thanks. Go away. That takes care of you. He's gonna pop out of cover eventually. That takes care of you. Yummy. Ooh, more materials. Probably for creating custom mods. That's some freaky shit. She handles that gun pretty well. Wait a minute. I think these are all security personnel. I think they are. They're all security personnel, and then got attacked by those Hiss guards. Max occupancy 6 persons. Shelter model M72. Watch your step. Let's see if anything else is, if I can find any more information. Any white circles that you see are items of interest I can interact with. Boom, perfect example. And then I can come up to them and hit the square button to pick up correspondence, dinner reservations. Non-official. Federal Bureau Control. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chazambre. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at lobby reception. Remember, she's turning... I can't read that. Is that 45 or 46? I'm going to guess this is 45. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. These guys really don't like mold. I guess it makes sense, though. Mold kind of sucks. Avoid modern technology. Synchronically research department. Synchronicity. Avoid modern. Why? Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. Someone's safety defense. Well, time to press on. Marshall, Awe Intelligence. To H. Marshall from Lee Keenum. Subject, another dud. Federal Bureau of Control. Confidential for Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we've checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find better a way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. Hey! Freaky telekinetic powers. What happens if I'll just aim for the foot. That freaky colored stuff happens. Central Executive. Oh yay, more red.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Okay, so weird freaky flash. She's talking to somebody. That isn't just me. I wonder if that would explain her powers. Urban Legends. Compiled by Paula Brony and Lorenzo Dunne. Dunn or Dunno. Researchers. By order of Emily Pope. research specialist. Examination of paranatural topics. Urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blanks, informed by our own blankety blanks, and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially blankety blanked in popular culture using Blank, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Huh. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on Blank, a pair of scissors that consume human Blank through 2 punctures on the Blank. Their details, living in the minds of so many, have given strength through belief, or have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Spooky! Refer to Stuffy stuff for more info. Oh, she's hooped. They're all hooped. What's this? Oh, that's a radio. Okay, context for those of you just joining in. In the options menu, under audio, there's an option that mutes copyrighted music. So I turn this off, it's gonna hurt me, but... See what I mean? There's music there. But if I were to hit copyrighted music, now it stops. Because that music is copyrighted, which means I can't listen to it. But at the same time, that means that streamers won't get busted for copyright. And I freaking love that. Remedy Entertainment was thinking ahead. Is that just the radio again? Yeah. I almost want to shoot it just to get it out of the way, but... Hey, there's the... And a pentagon. Hey, buddy. Go away. What the? Oh, he's a toughie. Ouch. I need health elements.
An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Go from red to blue. And fix the freaky shifting.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Outfits. Oh yeah! So, context, hopefully this isn't spoilers.
We saw
But-
you deal with the compromised agents.
You get different outfits. I like that! Holy cow! And then urban response. But we're gonna roll with this.
Is it
And then we...
safe to come out?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden.
Faden.
Just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Jesse Faden. That was her name. Hey, Doc.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot. Ah. I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably
Hello,
have
FSR.
a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
Freaky glowy thing is
Okay.
so sort
With
of
me?
sentient.
We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Now where is his corrupted agent? Okay. Well,
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed.
Hiss agent. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an uninfected human is the fact that they levitate. No shit. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing a transformation into a purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file blank for full report.
So deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Where'd she go?
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench. The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the Director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where
Never
is the
heard of this
Hotline?
game. I'll
It's kept
explain
in the
later.
Communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
So,
They call me the Director. That's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here?
you've got a freaky gun
I
and
think you
powers,
already
lady.
know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
So, Feral Storm Raptor, the Hiss, or this game called Control, came out today. Like, I pre-ordered it and it unlocked for me at 10 p.m. yesterday. That's why you've never heard of it. And it did get a little bit of marketing, but not much. So this game came out today. It's brand spanking new. Welcome to the oldest house.
Look, I know
What?
this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know.
Give me a minute. Energy boost. Health recovery on element pickup. Rather have that. He instructs Jesse to find the hotline, an object of power in the form of an old telephone, to understand the messages from the dead director trying to communicate with her. They hope he can provide insight into the Hiss invasion. Got research and records. Portrait of Director Zachariah Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself.
There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department.
Oops.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Time to ask a few questions. Let's start with those Hadron resonance amplifiers.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. His behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this? Got it. Thanks. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
I actually do have one, but you're not going to be able to answer it per se. House memory. It's kind of cushy for a para-universal department. So I gotta go up and to the right. Okay. And for you watching FSR, those white circles will light up if there's an object of interest. These crates, documents, anything of that sort. So if you see one and I miss one, let me know. That must be whatever's in my head pointing me in the right direction. I can't help but explore, though. Never know what's going to come in handy. energy renewal. Energy gained from headshots. Interesting. Oh wait, energy gained from headshots is 13% compared to extra reload efficiency. It's not one and the same. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Moderate volume, no personal calls, no food or drink around bureau documents or in copy room, no using the thing for personal items with some writing I can't quite read. Wear access badges at all times. No discussing confidential products out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. I want to read that text, but I can't. Don't bring dogs here. Please recycle. Book club. Socks and ballerinas. Some people. Pneumatic tube chemicals. $50 for an acoustic guitar. Reminder to all staff. Okay. Hey, what's this? Another one of these. So, FSR, if you're still in the chat, this game has a pretty cool option. It's called Mute Copyrighted Music. It's under audio. Where I can listen to the music, but maybe I can't for a certain reason. Maybe I'm just some Canadian bloke who's streaming. Now I can't hear it. So any radios around here will be playing random music, but with the copyrighted music off, I won't be able to listen to the copyright and thus be out of the zone. Although I'm pretty sure I shot myself in the foot showing that off. It's a pretty cool little feature in my opinion. I wonder how I get these clearance levels. Gimme. I like her hair. Sorry, I'm very distracted by her hair. So no way inside yet. I guess if I'm in exploration mode, no gun. Probably to prevent me from shooting the agents. Mathematical formulas. Diagrams. Federal Bureau of Control computer. More materials. Open sesame. Energy boost. Don't I have this already? Okay. So what do I use that for? I guess we'll find the answer sooner rather than later. Release articles. These guys are also not big fans of modern tech, smartphones and things. There's the radio. Or a radio. So where do I need to go? If I had to guess, I'd have to get out of here and then head north. Okay. Got my gun back. Nothing of interest here. Oh! So if you go through it when it's closing, it'll not close so that you don't die. Clever, but kind of shitty too. That must be a health element that I missed. Hey, what's that? Executive meeting minutes. To executive staff from the admin, Federal Bureau of Control. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. What is with their obsession with mold? These guys are straight up obsessed with getting rid of mold. It's very, very strange. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier of cotton fibers to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. Okay. That's some freaky shit. I think Dad would like this game a lot. Hiss. Director's office. What's this?
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
I would not want to work here. By the way, this is weird. There are pictures of me everywhere. And I've only been director for like 20 minutes. The bathrooms have locks? Time to shoot. Hang on. This is worth it. Time to shoot the shit! Sorry. Sorry! I had to make the joke. Moving on. Alright, so... Freaky chanting. Oh, this is literally the same bulletin board. Wait a minute. Objects of interest? Containing things? Shit about the hist? Freaky supernatural elements? Is this an SCP game? I don't know why, but... Look at the, okay. Director Jesse Faden. The director was Trench and he was dead. What's going on? What's going on with this madness? I'm gonna go to my director's office and see if I can't find anything else. Let me in. You suck. Why are you knocking on the wall? Why are you knocking on the wall? Let me see. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. You should see this is basically playing SCP again. It's called Control, and it involves a bureau with some freaky supernatural elements. And you should come check it out. Just give it a minute. There you go. Sister! Hey! I feel like that might have been karma. Okay. Back on track. Are we already in here? Oh yeah, I shunted the door. I shunted the power box. I'm amazed that that is remembered. Okay. So, how do I get there? Oh, here's the director's office. The body is gone. At this point, I'm just mostly exploring. What's that? Shifted bathroom complaint. Federal Bureau of Control! Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level bathroom has been missing for weeks now. What? I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went, dear Rodriguez. So the building apparently has a tendency to change randomly, which that in and of itself is a freaky thing. But to have a bathroom that just up and vanished? Up and vanished. Just a whole ass executive bathroom just gone. Oh yeah, you're pointing me in the right direction. You were pointing me in the right direction the whole time. Sorry, buddy.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Now I'm in the cafeteria. Red. Red means danger. Which means we gotta go towards that eventually. But I'd like to get some more information and stuff first. Shutter recoil efficiency. What does that even mean? Minus 5% on recoil. No, I'm not worried about that. Much rather have the reload, especially since it's only slight. Correspondence. Travel costs. Week 83 report. So about a year and a half. Visited the summary. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures: accommodations $831.29, meals $714.84, gasoline $295.12, minibar asterisk $313.61. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. Asterisk. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. When they say melee, they mean a telekinetic shot. Sorry, plants. Nothing personal. What the hell was that? Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered of lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the facility. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fail. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to file blankety blank for full reports. Duck into the bathroom real quick. Ladies' room. Wait, why are the sinks lower in the ladies' room? They're like an unstable area notice in the women's restroom. Okay. Please be aware, due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart. Green, stable. Yellow, low possibility of unanticipated building shifts. Orange, high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts. Red, frequent unanticipated building shifts. Talking about the color. So I guess since the control room up ahead is red, that is not a good sign. She can't slide into cover. Feel free to invite your friends to the madness. Yeah. I'm sorry. The nostalgia department? Well, 90s kid, here we come.
You don't want me anywhere near it. With all that.
Okay. So don't go in there. Really good then. Dead letters. I'm going to expect some trouble. Best to be sneaky. Machine God? Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans plus the lightning belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Fantastic. He's coming. Come back here. Ouch. Grab the health. Gotcha. Doubly gotcha. Okay. So far, so good. More trouble. Go away. Cleanse the son of a bitch. And there you go. What happened to my outfits? Wait, I want to try this. I want to try this. Fast travel. Standing still will make you an easy target. Keep moving. That's okay, so I've only gotten 2 loading screen hints. And both of them involve just move when you're fighting. Okay. Now here's where I can change my outfits. Again, we got the tactical response, the astral dive suit, which I really like, and urban response. But I'm going to stick to baseline. Back up to dead letters then. You can use both crouch and the environment to avoid incoming attacks. Always keep moving. Right. So I'm not dead. Navigate through the communications department. So I gotta go through there.
Communications. We're on the right track.
We are. But first we need to explore. Can't help but shake the feeling that we're missing something. Or rather, I can't shake the feeling. Bingo. Clears level 2. Something I'll have to come back to eventually, I think. Yeah. Wonder what happens if this might suck. What? It just stops my jump. Okay. Communications department. Cool. Bathroom. Well, I found a document in one of these, but. Bonk. The same bulletin board literally everywhere. More stuff. Internet usage rules. 1. Internet is not for social media use. No FBC materials of any kind may be scanned or uploaded. FBC email addresses are for work-related correspondence only. Level 5 clearance required to access the internet. So I, as a human being right now, can't access the internet even though I'm director of this frickin' joint. Anyway, if the cubicle's BlackRock shell gets damaged, vacate it immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. If you notice any text in your work that you do not recall writing, vacate your cubicle immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. Do not connect internal comm devices to the network. Printers for communications department use only. Altered items are forbidden in the cubicles. Notify security of any breaches immediately. This may require internal lockdown. Womp. They sealed it with... Ouch. They sealed it with foam, so they mean serious business.
Object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
This way would be suicide. Unless I run. How do I get up there? Sealed. Up the stairs. Yep, that's fall damage. That or I got hit. Either way. Be a way up there. Okay. Go. Get that giant floppy disk in my hands! cleansed. Floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
That is gonna come in handy. That must be the energy that was mentioned. Look at some freaking distance. You're thinking of jigging in the hole slot to advance or score. Well, that's pretty cool. I think staying for too long is a bit... Out of my way. Use my freaky powers. Wait, did I just... So I can pull stuff towards. Yeah. Out of my way. Okay, out of juice. Oops. No.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Come to me. That is sick. And Jesse, you were stuck in a box there for a second. Down you go. I like her. She's fucking cool. I like. What happens if I yeet one of these? Close. Yeet! This demolition expert. This game is so cool! His demolition expert. His corrupted demolition expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track blank entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who are trained specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Wait for it to blank. Hiss Ranger. The Rangers of the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including some machine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Those you have to break with the, with your telekinetics. Pick shit up, chuck it to break it, and then start shooting. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Be right back, folks. Okay, I'm back. Fresh case files. The floppy disk. OOP. This is. I only learned about what SCPs were recently, and I'm seeing parallels. 3/11/1974. Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes, hence the name Nuke. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift and material and throw for a short distance. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to blank for research purposes. Background. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank within the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to blank missiles, believed to be reserved to use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off and is requisitioned by agents the next day. Hey, so when did the weapon get acquisitioned? 1964. Aight. Oh! Stuttering! There we go.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Dead letters. Do I just grab the nearest object? And then I can just be like... Sorry, lady. Yeet! And she's gone. That's gotta be disorientating. Sorry. Yeah! Pneumatics. That's where the disk drive is being held. Here's the mail room. Exit. Grabs. Shelter. Wonder what's on the inside. Book Club. Samsung. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this is alright. The title Unless You could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess. But I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. This guy has some excellent descriptive language. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brain worms, and that space dog fight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. Book Club. Cute. Okay, better close this up. Okay. That sounded like trouble. What's in these canisters? Secured units. File. Tomasi, Willow AWE outcome. No Bureau of Control regarding information campaign summary Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to blankety blankety blank. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank, blank, and blank, though, for any off-message opinions, but it looks like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. So that's why they couldn't mention Alaska.
Like that scene, girl?
I don't know what that is.
I love scene girls.
That doesn't make it in.
Yeah!
This must open the door.
Clearance level 1. Wait a minute. Fucking freaky. This is weirding me out. Okay. I saw one of these locations in Central Executive. Or at least near it. Service weapon forms share the same ammunition resource. If it is depleted, use your abilities while it recharges. Yeah, so shooty shooty bang bang.
Help, I have not stopped listening.
Shooty shooty bang bang, and then if you're out of shooty shooty bang bang, throw shit. Whoa. Ah, the lighting. There's the sector elevator.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Jesse, we don't have to cook. I saw level 1 clearance. Bingo. Okay, nothing to write home about in here. How about... trying to think here. Is there not a way to the director's office or something? What is this? They secured an old jukebox? I don't know, maybe it'll blast Bon Jovi so loud your eyeballs explode. I don't fucking know. Need level 3 clearance for that. Executive Affairs and Director's Office. This way. Director's Office is to my left. To my right. Level 4 clearance. I don't remember being in this room. You secure So if that's security, here's level 1. Giving me a bunch of old reels, box to open, and whatever this is. Agent death notification. Federal Bureau of Control. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some advice in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Let's see if that hits all of the good buttons on the... on the approved terminology reminder. In the service of his or her country, check. Regret, check. Proud, check. Will be remembered, check. Didn't mention anything about Alaska, scissors, blood, loss, and no direct outlying saying of my apologies or I'm sorry or whatever. Okay, so back to executive affairs. Back to executive affairs so that I can... Can I open this already? Oh, eons ago. Hour 2, still loving the hell out of this. Director's office. I need to get back to executive. Forgot which way that was. Right. Fast travel. Here we go. The melee attack is a powerful telekinetic blast that can hit several enemies at once. Just a big ol' mind shunt. Hashtag mind shunt. Well, there we go. So this game apparently likes to take a few extra moments. Occasionally. Hello, friends. Eat this. And that is that. To the mail room. I'm gonna expect trouble. Big spooky ghost. Oh, he's a boss.
Flying. Great.
Ow. Give me that. Ouch. Well, I got him to half. Come on, Tomasi. I just want to say hello. Got you ironed out now, pal. Hiss Elevated Agent. Hiss Elevated Agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss Elevated due to their own talents in that area. That would explain why I couldn't throw shit at them. They do not use any weaponry except for their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss Elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording and parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals are bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It is also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in individuals it corrupts.
Feeling he'll be back.
Oh, I'm sure he will be, ma'am.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Well, I dropped lots of health. That's good. The hotline chamber. Clearly marked. Here it is. I saw him come in here.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds of all of that would show up inside a U.S. Embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Butt summary. Or Butte summary. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, or Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Translocative light switch cord, huh? Bureau agents arrived to the home of a local celebrity located at blankety 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 blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte's home's closet disappeared during the incident. AWE 17-9/23/1992 in Butte, Montana. Right, silent E.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Well done, everyone.
The hiss got him.
That's Sesame.
The hotline can't be far now.
Emergency phone. The hotline chamber. I can hear it ringing. Hotline security log. So, as far as we know, this goes all the way up to October of 2019. So this is the most recent we know about. The game takes place at least late 2019, quite possibly in 2020. Director Trench, Bill Everett. The custodian, Director Trench, Bill Everett. Director Trench, Bill Everett. Director Trench, Bill Everett, Carol Bishop.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked Black Pyramid.
Mind the Gap. Door marked with a black pyramid. Let's look for that first before I get all jumpy. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside hotel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See the file MOT-1. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord outside this room, they were transported to the old house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals in Butte must have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have been appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the old house located in the blankety-blank and the blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is blank, but initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a blankety-blank, blankety-blank. See the presentation.
Been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
So the inverted black pyramid. Yeah. Locked. It mentioned a key card, didn't it?
key has a black pyramid on it.
I'm just gonna run this one for fun. Okay, black pyramid. It's right here. That's me. This is so bizarre. I'm completely and utterly baffled. So there's a transmitter bridge. Directors can call the board long distance. Complete the astral plane challenge. Whoa. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Ow. First death. First death. Took me about 2 hours to die. Freaky shit. Okay, so stay away from that thing, whatever that was. Okay. We'll take it again. Up. So. That didn't do diddly squat. The hotline. Oh, that's cool. That's a nope out of me. I don't understand. Okay, but how? Wish I could figure it out. So I have the hotline. I see it. It's like a living puzzle. I can hear the hotline. Us in the past, in the hotline. Collectibles menu.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Oh, she's bleeding.
I have it. The hotline.
Ring, ring. 1978, apartment intern heard the hotline ring. Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Not exactly. Hotline. OOP3. Acquisition date 8/9/1965. Located in the hotline chamber in the executive sector. The object is a 1960 red
Breach trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Okay, so as I was saying before I accidentally pressed the bad button. The object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blankety blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank, probably the board. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blankety blankety blank. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blankety blankety blank and blankety blank, but its origin remains unknown.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth. No one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst.
Darling.
Conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
This is the management team.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmoor hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Freaky shit. So what about Ocean View?
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel, the key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
This is ominous right here.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength. I'm old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
Not a good sign. I must be allergic to nonsense.
They react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Ow. Para-utility. Examination of paranatural topics, objects of power and their para-utility. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the blank object of power as an example, some utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of blank, while others are only capable of as little as blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 1.1 for more information. The blank is probably referring to the floppy disk, or the nuke. What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it is largely believed that some blankety blank exists within the body that, like all muscles, can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Compiled by Emily Pope, going to Dr. Casper Darling. Dr. Pope is interested. Headshot boost. Headshot damage is plus 27%. Exclusive to Shatter. Okay. And Shatter must be one of the grip mod type things.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? I got the hotline. I could make out what Trench is saying.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Meanwhile, it's janitor guy again. I think by hour 3 I'll call it quits. Gotta sleep sometime, right? Hang on a minute. Ability points? 5% energy. Upgrade and unlock new abilities from the nearest control point. Okay.
Hi, Jesse.
And weapon forms and mods.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
No, I don't hear a damn thing.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What about the plan attracted them?
The power plant is largely confidential. No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we don't even know what kind of energy he uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
Board countermeasures. squash, tell off them. Random mod. I need more source. That'll help with shatter. As for abilities, so I can add a second weapon mod now.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
More damage.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Sati.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
Pony. That's one way to get around the. That's one way to get around the copyright nonsense. I need more shatter, or whatever the hell it's called, in order to unlock the shotgun mod, and I would be very keen to do so. Never know when you're gonna need a shotgun. Pistol's good, but if I got telekinetic powers to cover range, a shotgun should help with the rest.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too? The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
scary view. That is going to help a lot. Time for an upgrade. So I can only accept one at a time. And then Astral Construct. Here we go. That is so slick. Holy shit. I love this character. Okay, it looks like I can equip a new weapon mod. So, Old Reliable has a reliable extra recharge speed, whereas Old Shatta has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range, with 5% less recoil. 24% more of that, 20% more on that. These are the same. This one's just better. So, burn it. That's pretty handy. Can't wait to try this on some fools. Locked. Black Rock Quarry, processing, ventilation, janitor cells. Here we go. There you are. Ow. Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Kill his guards, grip maneuvers. Oh, I gotta get headshots. Okay.
What's down that way?
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ahti here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ahti. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table.
English is not his first language.
This house has a vermin problem. A bad one.
What's he speaking?
They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this.
Yeah,
Fix
me too.
The coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The works on the task board here, you can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it, and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ahti.
Something's off about Ahti.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more.
Few glitches.
So it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end. Contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Well, unfortunately, if I can leave, you'll return to the last checkpoint if you quit the main menu. Okay. Okay, at the control point in Central Executive, that's how you change your outfits. Okay, cool. Wow, 3 hours in, and that was a hell of a game. I think this is going to be the first of a new kind of series in which I stream large portions of the game in question in order to kind of just stream it, get through with it, and finish at some point, anyway. This has been one hell of a ride so far, and I'm looking forward to doing more. However, I can tell that streaming every day might be a problem, so I'm going to be getting some, yes, FSR. So I'm going to be getting some, so I'm going to be doing a few things real quick, gonna lay down some ground rules right now for those of you who decide to stick around through all 3 hours. Number one, I'm going to be streaming mainly on the days that I do not have videos that are going to be uploaded. Mondays, Tuesdays, and when I say videos, I mean outside of things like Wraith Online. Like the daily videos, that's an aside. But since Wednesday I only have 2 videos to upload, I'll be okay with that. Because it's Gravity Rush and Wraith Online. It's not that difficult. And then I can stream Control after dinner. Then, and Thursday would be good, but Friday is a no-no. Saturday is a no-no. Sunday is a no-no. So I have a 3-day weekend off of streaming. Otherwise, it's the A game. It's exactly what I want to do in order to get Control finished. And we can figure out how long that will take. But this bastard is tired. This bastard is about 5 minutes away from passing out. So I'm going to be going to bed. Let me know what your thoughts on Control are in the comments. Don't forget to be awesome, folks. And I'll see you on the other side.